This is SeeUs.TV, featuring interviews with various guests as we discuss interesting topics and upcoming events. And also join us as we visit public and social gatherings throughout the Pacific Northwest when SeeUs.TV is out and about. Welcome to this episode of SeeUs.TV.
Hi, welcome to SeeUs.TV Northwest. I'm Ann Huber, and thank you for joining us today. Today I have a couple of special guests, Bill and Gloria Nahalea of the Pacific Ohana Cafe. Thank you for joining us, Bill and Gloria. How are you today?
Good, Ann. You look great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So do you guys. Thank you
Yeah.
for joining me. I'm
Thank you.
very happy to have you here.
Yeah.
So can you tell me how long have you been in the Pacific Northwest?
I went to the University of Washington and went to
Uh-huh.
school there, and been here for a number of years now, and made Seattle our home, where I have started I started off as a dance instructor, but it started off with just from going to college and teaching a few people how to dance, and that's how long I've been here. I've been here for quite a while.
Oh, okay. Okay. And what about you,
Bill?
Bill?
Yeah. Well, I've been here since '97 from
Uh-huh.
Honolulu, and by way of Maui,
Oh, very nice.
where my last residence was. But I came here for a change. I wanted to get away from the islands and got into. I was in the sales profession for a number of years, but then I'm also a musician, and bumped
Oh,
into
okay.
a lovely lady here. But anyway, we
It's
ended
not
up.
Very
nice to
nice.
point.
Yeah. So
Oh,
anyway, so I've been doing that for a number of years, but also I worked with the producer of SeeUs.TV and Chip Begay on the television show I used to produce called
mhm.
There in the Island, and Chip helped me work with it on the air for a number of years. But anyway, so I'm excited to be on SeeUs.TV and having you talk with us today.
Yes, yes, yes. So I hear that you are part of the Pacific Ohana Cafe. What got you started with that?
I'll let Gloria explain more in detail about that.
Well,
Okay.
as an instructor for our learning center, we felt that there was many things we needed to teach besides the culture, the dance and the arts and the music and language. So what we did was we thought, you know what, the other element that was missing was teaching people about the foods of Hawaii. So we started off opening up the cafe, primarily just to be able to teach the students and folks who were interested in the native foods, and to discuss about that, because I was involved in a hula for health or healthy heart hula program, and in that program it did talk about nutrition and it talked about the food. So make a long story short, we needed to have a kitchen in order to be able to teach how to do that. And in the process of getting permitting, we realized that we could not just open up a cafeteria or a cooking school or culinary school through our foundation and our learning center. So it turns out that the only way we could really operate was as a cafe restaurant. So we thought that would be a good way to have a start off with a cafe and begin to teach kids and folks who want to learn more about that. So now the staffing in our cafe are made up of kids that are just graduated from high school, and we're not knowing for sure where they wanted to go to school or to college, if they were going to be continuing on in some kind of a trade. And this was a great learning opportunity. So we made this lemon into a lemonade by offering classes, and it was really fun. So that's
Uh-huh.
how the cafe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long have you been doing this?
This is what's so unique about this. We started the process of putting the kitchen together in August of 2019, and December 1st is when we had our very first opening, and we've had a blast. And again, our staff was primarily our young kids, And Bill and I being the kupuna, and the fact that we have had an opportunity to hold other classes or start other cafes and restaurants and working with vendoring and festivals, we thought this was a wonderful opportunity as a learning opportunity for the kids to learn. And so we're passing it on to them. And in the process, some of these kids are bringing up food recipes from when they were growing up with their tutus. So when you come into the cafe, it almost feels like you're going into Tutu's house, okay, because it's open and they're seeing us cooking, we're chatting and talking with our customers, and as the students are learning, it becomes an complete Ohana atmosphere and climate. It's really been fun. Isn't that fun?
That sounds fantastic. It sounds like a lot of fun. So on your menu, is it like always changing, or is it a set menu? What exactly, what kind of food do you serve?
Well, one of the foods is, the emu producing the Kalua pork, the Kalua pig. Mm-hmm. We can't dig, but we can simulate it by using the roasting pots, roasters, or the crock pots, mm-hmm. or in the oven style. Mm-hmm. And so we're making that, and then we're talking about introducing how the foods are cooked. So we have that. We have poke again, because again, the islands has so many fish opportunities for delicacies. Here we primarily stay with the ahi. We have taught how to make the lomi salmon, and we have taught how to do the blended culinary of shoyu teriyaki chicken. We have also offered things like mm-hmm. the chicken or pork adobo, because bringing in the other influences of the other ethnicities. Offered haupia pie, the coconut pudding. So it's
but don't forget lumpia.
Lumpia.
That
was surprising, because we didn't realize what a lumpia haven Port Orchard and Kitsap is. But there's a lot of Chamorro, Samoans that live in the area. So it's a fusion of many of the Pacific Island foods.
We were really amazed how food got accepted here. So it's Hawaii, but when we opened, we weren't really sure how this was going to take hold of, and so far it's been awesome. It's been great. Thanks to the community.
That is wonderful.
Yeah, it's been good.
Wonderful. Well, with the pandemic that's been going on, I mean, as you know, it's affected everyone. How has that affected you as far as the restaurant goes?
It has affected us a little bit, because we're more of a dine-in restaurant. So mm-hmm. when the mandated for the restaurant to close, not just us, but there are 64 restaurants between Silverdale and where we're at that were forced to close, mm-hmm. and had to find a way to generate revenue. So we did what they call curbside pickup. So they had to come to the rear of the kitchen instead of coming into the restaurant. But I'm like Gloria kind of elaborate more.
So we're gonna present this picture in your mind.
Yeah.
I wish we could have been in the cafe itself,
so that you could have been on
location. But picture this. This is a little cafe that it kind of looks like, you were on the Big Island in Hawaii. We're known for the little hole in the wall diners, so we're not fancy. We're a little cafe inside of a resurrecting mall that is starting to mm-hmm. get more notoriety again. It's been a mall that has not been as busy, and so we moved in there next to the learning center, and so this cafe has a backyard or a back patio or backyard, back kitchen door that goes into the loading docks area. Now we're very blessed that the pandemic allowed us to be able to do takeout foods. What we did learn from that is that the opportunity to learn from the folks who came and visited and told us how the pandemic had impacted them. every Aloha and a little bit of Ohana, a feel-good kind of a operation. And in Port Orchard, there isn't anything like that. They have plenty of other culinary cuisines and Korean, but we were the only one that was the Pacific Islands foods. And so that seems to attract a ton of folks that come in. And we were blessed by having that opportunity. And then when the phase 1 and 2 started to come open, now people are starting to come back to and dining in. And they really missed that whole Ohana feel. You know, they just missed that.
Yeah.
And so we blessed folks that can make it through.
I think one of the things that we offer, which a lot of restaurants don't offer, is we have live Kanikapila music, which you're familiar with, and that's on Fridays from 5 to 7.
Kanikapila, what's that?
Kanikapila is what they call it. It's like an open. Yeah.
What is that?
So well, Kanikapila is what it's kind of like
a jam session.
It's kind of like a jam session, but it's more like an open mic. So if you're talented, you come, and if you're an up and coming musician, you want to kind of try your wares out there, we say, come on over. So we offer that as every Friday from 5 to 7. And one of the other things that before the pandemic hit us, we were also doing concerts. I mean, we were lots of Hawaiian entertainers that were touring in the Pacific Northwest. We were able to bring some of them into the cafe. So it was a good thing until, when the virus hit and we were forced to, but we are still doing that in some fashion, but not so, we can't, because of the social distancing and all that kind of things, we can't bring all the music in yet.
So Anne, in response to that learning center, because some of the children who were learning hula, okay, so those kids who were learning hula and the children and their parents and families who was learning how to play the ukulele, they actually were some of our Kanikapila guests. And they came and played music, and they came and danced hula. And for Valentine's, unsolicited, just the kids did it on their own. They knew these kids were between 4 and 7, and they were going to perform a couple of hulas. And our musicians were between the ages of 7 and 11. And they came on and played their music. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
They played their music, so the children. Isn't that fun? And that was our Kanikapila. And these kids, Valentine's Day, they were going around, passing around handmade hearts, and they were giving them to the customers totally on their own. So if we're teaching in the cafe, we're teaching the whole feeling of aloha and ohana. It was really something. I know. And they were so adorable, and they just would love coming. And their parents, of course, are taking pictures, and they became little YouTube stars, their own families.
Oh, that's wonderful. That is so fun. Oh my gosh. I would love to see that sometime. Where are you located?
We're located in the Kitsap County of Washington, the area better known as Bremerton, and Port Orchard is
we're in the city of Port Orchard.
It's a little suburb off of Bremerton. It's its own little town.
Well,
it's across the water from Seattle and Tacoma and the bigger cities. We're considered the little tiny Kitsap County on the peninsula.
Yeah, it's a tiny community of 15,000, something like that.
Yeah, it's only 14.
Wow.
I think 14,900.
14,000,
yeah. So we're tiny compared to Seattle.
Seattle's big. So what your hours? Are you open every day?
We're open from Tuesdays through Saturdays, and with the COVID, and dining being limited, we've been encouraged to go out to the farmers markets. So now at several of the farmers markets, you will see us. We've got spam musubi and stir-fried noodles and lumpa. I know. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun?
Oh my gosh. That is so fun. And for everyone watching and the people who have not experienced this kind of food, you really need to get out there and get to these farmers markets to see Gloria and Bill or go to their restaurant. I mean, the food is incredible. So you definitely need to check it out. And the music. So that'll be great.
Yep.
And Bill,
Yeah.
so
And
you said you're a musician. Do you also play there?
Yeah, we do. Well, and not as much because the real focus
Uh-huh.
is to help bring up some new talent,
Uh-huh.
and I've played for years,
Right.
but it's about helping the community, helping the kid mainly. Because there's a lot of children
Yes.
out there talented, and you say, Uncle Bill, I don't know if I can play. I say, no, go. So as soon as they go on the stage, they just become hams. You know what I mean? They like, I like this. So I
Uh-huh.
say, keep going. And
Oh,
it's just more focusing on the people, not about us, really.
that's wonderful. Well, we need more people like you to look out for others. It's a wonderful thing you're doing,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and introducing
well,
everybody to all this delicious food too. So
yeah.
that's
True.
very nice. Yes,
But
yes. Well, is there anything else you'd
kind.
like to add? Is there anything you'd like to
well,
tell us?
yes, this is something fun. Is in our
Okay.
in the cafe we have a large TV, and some of the guest chefs that we've invited to come in and do some of our cooking classes have been filmed, and we've been able to show it on the TV. And it's very, very interesting. One of them is our shoyu chicken that we use, this recipe we use in the cafe, was actually
Hmm.
shared by a gentleman named Wally Tavares.
Hey, this is
And
Aloha.
he used to be from Oahu, an MC for Don Ho, moved over to Las Vegas, lived there for many years, and he was an MC for many, many of the festivals, and has since moved back to Haula. Well, in the meantime, he came into our cafe before it opened, and he introduced and shared this
Hmm.
wonderful shoyu chicken recipe. And so
Oh,
SeeUs.TV actually has this film of him in that. So in the cafe, when guests and customers come in when they're dining, they actually see some of these guest chefs. And what's come out of that is several more new guest chefs want to come and join
uh-huh.
in, and just how to do lao lao, shave ice, and many of pounding poi. So we're really excited that this is what is going to be coming also in our cafe.
We have
It's
shave
kind of
ice
a
too.
fun place to be. We have
Yeah,
shave ice now.
yeah,
We had one of
Oh my
our
God.
one
yeah,
of our customers
yeah.
actually ordered the shave ice for us and said, "You must have this." So
Oh,
One of our regular customers. I'm getting this for your new place here.
isn't that fun?
Wow. Mahalo.
I love it.
The community is enjoying
Yeah.
all of this.
It's what
Oh,
it's about really. It's a haven for people to come and have a good time. That's what it's about, really.
So basically,
And
I think that
Yeah,
what we're loving is, despite all of the news that are gloom and doom kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
news,
yeah.
if for whatever reason you just need to have a pop of happiness and joy
Gotta,
and a touch of ohana,
right.
it's a great place to
that
come in, get recharged, get fed, get aloha, and then walk out, and they can then share it with their family. So hopefully we can get through all of this pandemic virus situation.
yes, yes, this is exactly what we need during this time.
Yeah,
A little ohana, a
Yep.
little aloha, delicious
Yep.
food.
yeah,
So
yeah.
Lots
yes,
of
it
laughter,
sounds
lots of music.
exactly.
You-
Music.
you-
Yes, yes, I agree.
for us too.
I agree.
Sorry to interrupt. For us, it's been nice
No.
because people that come in the restaurant, they share their hearts with us, and some majority because we're positioned right now. We're right next to the naval base. Well, not next, but it's in that area
Oh,
where there's a lot of Navy, and there's a lot of Hawaii that live in Orchard and Bremerton area. And then you see them walking and they start crying and you're looking at them going, what happened here? And then they said, thank you for being here. Because they miss Hawaii.
Oh my
You
gosh,
know, when
yes.
you have live music going on and people are honest. And we know we reached them. We know that my wife and I did a good job of, you know, promoting what with Aloha. So,
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
thank you for everything you do. Thank you. Mahalo. And
You
yes,
too.
and so everyone definitely check out their place. Go to their Facebook page, the Pacific Ohana Cafe. Give it a like, check it out. And if there's nothing else, I think we're good. So thank you so much, Gloria and Bill. Thank you, viewers, for watching. And aloha, and have a wonderful day.